Again, welcome to this exclusive event for VIPs. You are a very important person to us, and so we are happy that you're here. I will share a little bit about myself. I am Bonnie. If you have never met me, I'm Bonnie Sherlock. I live in Cleveland, Tennessee, and I have been a hairstylist for 16 years. I am a mother and a wife. Megan, go ahead and tell us about you.
Okay, my name is Megan Dickman, and I've been a hairstylist for, I cannot believe when she asked me, it's been 18 years, and I've been in with Money for about 3.5. And yeah, I have a couple kids. They're like medium age, and a husband and a salon.
A medium age, a husband, and a salon. Love it. And
Teenage kids.
yes, medium age kids. And like I said, we are here because we are wanting to share about blow drying hair. So I will be talking about how to get fine, flat hair volume. And of course, Megan's going to show us because she has lovely curls. Do you see her curls? Like everybody in the chat, I mean, just tell me how much you love her curls. I would give it 100 out of 10 because I love curls. So we are going to get to know each other more, and we will, let me see, in the chat box. So this is how we're going to communicate. If you've been in this Zoom call before, you know, if not, this is how we do it. So if you cannot find the chat box, I'm not really actually sure how to tell you, like unmute yourself and tell us that you can't find it. But in the chat box, tell us your name, your location, and if you are a VIP and MP or never used Monate before. And yes, she has gorgeous hair. I agree. I agree. Monate forever. Love it. Sarah, we'll excuse your profile picture.
I thought maybe it was your video, that had just paused in a weird spot.
That's good.
I kept waiting for the video to come back.
Yes. And I'll put mine in here as well. I am burning myself. I have a little heater underneath my foot and it's burning me now.
Oh, don't do that. You'll warm up in a second with our blow dryers.
I know. I was thinking about that when I turned it on. All right. Wow. Northern California, MP. All right. Georgia, never used Monate, never used. Love it. Love it. All right. So next question is, with blow drying, since this is what we're talking about tonight, how confident are you with blow drying your hair? And what I mean by confident is how confident are you to get the results that you like? Do you ever use a blow dryer? Maybe you never do. I know some people don't use blow dryers. Yes, Rainey, planning on trying, not confident at all. All right. And also, I didn't have this in here. Tell us if you have straight hair or curly hair or in between.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, straight hair, curly hair, in between. Because this is something I think we're going to share a lot of information. Obviously, we're going to tell you our tricks that we use for ourselves, the products that we use for ourselves, and our thoughts on what kind of blow dryers are fantastic or not. All right, curly and not confident, super straight and thin, hate drying my hair. Yes, it can be a challenge. I'm about an 8, thanks to Megan. Curlyish, straight as a board. I have wavy hair that's fine, that's going gray at the temples and gets, yes, gray hair has a totally different texture than your hair before it was gray. I mean, it just does. So I get that. Curly, not confident, confident-ish. I just got a blow dryer and I'm still trying to figure it out. Yes. All right. I am excited about this. We have a lot of different things, mostly confident, blow drying it. Good. Awesome, Christine. Well, let me click here. So I am going to be now showing you what I do. So let's see here if I can get it on speaker view. Do you see me? Am I big on your screen? Okay, I am trying to get it because I am, let's see, there we go. All right, I'm trying to get it because I'm recording it so people can see later. All right, so I will first tell you what I've done with my hair. Let's see, my hair is very long and my picture is now very large in front of me. I first washed my hair. Of course, I am Monet exclusive. I have been Monet exclusive for a few months now, since November for myself, and then the salon and what I use. Oh, somebody is in. What I use only on clients now is all Monet, and I love it. So the shampoo that I use, I'm just going to run through it quickly because even if you've used it or never used it, your regimen may be different. So if somebody invited you tonight and you're curious about the products, reach out to that person because they are qualified to help you. So okay, so I use the volumizing shampoo and I used the hydrating shampoo on my extensions. So if you can see, I have invisible bead extensions. I'm an extension stylist. So I have these extensions. I have to treat this hair differently than I treat my natural hair. My natural hair is fine, flat, oily, not so much anymore because I'm taking care of that with the products, but it is not, I don't have natural volume. So I hydrate really heavily on my ends to make sure they get the hydration and conditioners that they need. And then for the top, I really use the volumizing products. So when I'm blow drying my hair, I usually use first I'll comb it out, put all the products in. This is my first thing that I do is I use the Rejuva beads. This is my absolute favorite product. I use just a few pumps in my hand. I put it through my ends. It's a split end mender. It makes my hair feel incredibly soft. Literally, I have seen videos of how it like closes the split end. I tested it on my niece. She had one. I was like, I've seen this video. Let's just try it. And she's 13. So she was like, oh my gosh, like it just like closed. Anyways, my favorite product. I'll use this. Then I use a leave-in conditioner. I have one that I use for my roots. That's a knot detangler because it's lighter. It doesn't really weigh down my hair. And then I use a leave-in conditioner. Like I said, my extensions are a different beast. I use one that's a little bit heavier for my ends. All right. Because I'm thinning, I'm trying to go through this quick. Because I'm thinning, I'm using the Intense Repair Treatment Spray from my postpartum hair loss. I spray it on the top. If I have already done this and I get to the top of my hair, down here, I just really focus on getting everything smooth. So I take my blow dryer. I'll just show you this now. I take my blow dryer in sections. If I'm not in a hurry, I do sections. If I'm in a hurry, I don't do sections. And I literally just go down because I'm trying to smooth that out. And that's what I did with this whole underneath, all the way around. The top is a different story. So I use, which my hair is a little bit damp. Oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. I use a volumizing root lifter. To me, this is absolutely my favorite. And I didn't put it in yet. Besides for this for my ends, this is my favorite for my roots to get volume. I didn't put it in because I wanted to show you what I do. So I just kind of sprayed it in like that. All in the top and kind of move it around. My hair is a little bit dry because I washed it and dried it and I've been holding it up in this little clip. So I just make sure, and I'm actually going to get my water bottle. Megan, feel free to talk for 1 second because Judah was using it and I need to get it from him.
Oh my goodness, she's the most adorable little child, Judah. So I learned so much from stylists that have fine hair. I'm excited to see what she has to say, but it's interesting enough that the products that she uses for her extensions are very similar to the products that you would use in coarse curly hair like mine. So, fun fact.
Fun fact, sorry, I actually got this before he was squirting all of our plants. And so keeping him happy, why not? So if my hair has dried like this, I don't try to just dry it. I wet it down. And the reason why is because it just will dry smoother. It'll dry in the volume that I want it to. So I just kind of wet it down if it's dried like that. If I'm sectioning it off, which if you have fine flat hair, it does that real easily. All right, just brushing my knots. And this is what I do. So whenever I'm blow drying, can you hear me okay? The ones that maybe put it in the chat box, yes or no. You say the ones that are showing their face can put a thumbs up. My hair, I part it to the opposite side. So if I'm trying to get volume, I'll first kind of go to the opposite side and then I'll bring it back. I do it this way so that I get more of a smooth bang to the side. It's then it's still flat. Or it has volume, but it's not like pinky. Smoothness to the shape. And I just pull everything up. Now, if you have not mastered with a round brush, I suggest trying it. Or trying it with maybe a very low setting, not super hot, so that you're not burning your hair. If you can see, I'm like this far away. If you go like this, you will burn your hair. Now, they have nozzles that go to the end. Some people love it. I like to use it on clients more than I do on myself. Yes, just like that, because it protects you from touching your hair with that very, very hot end. And then I just go to the back and I'm just lifting. You can see. I'm just lifting it high. To get that volume, first of all, you're not going to get the volume that you want without blow drying if your hair is flat. You're just not going to. I mean, Megan, maybe you can counter that, but I feel like if you're wanting volume, you're not going to be able to get it without blow drying it if you have very flat hair.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way to get volume without blow drying your hair. I don't care what kind of hair you have, honestly. It will always be flat. It's physics. Water is heavy, and so it holds your hair down as it's evaporating.
Make sure. Okay, so is it hard to understand me or is it okay?
I don't know. Can people hear me when she's blow drying her hair? It like comes in and out, Bonnie. There's times that we can understand you, but there's times that we can't hear anything you're saying. But we can kind of follow.
Maybe this will help.
Oh, putting your earbud in, maybe, yeah.
Maybe so.
A little bit. So you go everything, you're pointing away from your face, like you don't have the round brush like this. All right, so they say they can hear me. I'm going to talk for you. Notice that she doesn't have the round brush like this. She's pulling it away from her face like this. And that creates like this really cute Farrah Fawcett thing that's kind of getting trendy. It makes it so that it's not, like the Dorothy Hamill old school thing. And volume also helps create volume when you poop it out like that. Ooh, Bonnie.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how I do the front. If you can hear Megan, Megan can just Megan can just be the narrator.
I will narrate the video. Notice how she's really concentrating on the roots. She's got root lifter on her roots. Remember when she sprayed all that product on her wet hair? What she's doing now is she's making sure that the roots of her hair are super, super dry and and super, super hot. And when they cool off, they are more up than they are down. That's what she's doing.
So I'm joining the conversation now that I can hear you too, because it is a kind of loud without with that. I can hear you too. Let's see. Let me see if this helps. Okay. Can you?
It's breaking up a little.
Okay. Well, I was trying to sync my AirPods. I'll just disconnect them. You can hear me without them. It's totally.
All right, so you can see that this has the volume that I'm looking for. I mean, all I did was use the root lifter on my roots. I mean, I have the other products on my ends, but for volume, I'm using the root lifter and I'm using my round brush. Now, a lot of people I have met in the years, I mean, it's very hard to master using a round brush and a blow dryer at the same time. You know, maybe they can use one or the other, but not together. And so what they have created is this. And Megan, you can tell me your feelings on this. I had to use this a couple times to kind of get the hang of it. But I feel like if somebody is wanting that volume and has a very difficult time like getting the round brush and the blow dryer together, this is really, really a good item. However, it is blowing the hair away. So if I'm using, let's just say this is a brush, if I'm using the blow dryer with the brush, I'm blowing the hair towards the brush, and I like to use a ceramic brush or one that heats up so it kind of helps with the smoothing process. Whereas if you're using this, it is a good alternative, but it is blowing the hair away. So I feel like it doesn't get as smooth when you're using it. What do you think, Megan?
Yeah, so I love it because mine looks well used. Me and my daughter both use it. The reason why I love it for super thick hair is that, I mean, to be able to get 95% of the moisture out of my hair and smooth it at the same time, this is perfect. And how I combat what you say is I use it both ways. I'll go like this section, and then I'll go back and I'll do the other side, and I'll hold my hand here with it.
Yeah.
And so that's how I get it to work and make it smooth. I actually PS made a video about it. So anyone who wants to see
yeah, share it. We would love to see that because I think, yeah, I know some people like Catherine, we've done a tutorial together. She absolutely loves this. She loves it, loves it. Yeah. And so for me, it took me a little bit to get used to, but I have such flyaway hair. If not that it's like, I'll use it, but I'd rather use a brush. Like, I mean, it takes a little bit of getting used to. So here, I'm just going to blow dry this section a little bit more and show you how I have a lot of postpartum hair regrowth. Like you can see this. Let me just see. Like you can see all this is from where I practically went bald in the front. And so this is still growing in. And I have tons. I mean, I have such a large amount of regrowth, but it kind of curls. So I pull it down. It's like I'm grabbing it right here and pulling with the brush. And when you have the blow dryer right there, it makes it, it like pushes the hair into the brush and it makes it easier to pull it. Then I'll go the opposite way to make sure it's not like curled in, because nobody wants like a cute little curl under there. And so I just go back and forth. I also don't want it to look like I have a bob in the middle of my hair. Just kind of fan it out like that. And that gets it. That gets it smooth and straight without it being like this curling in or flipping out or fuzzy. So so can you use, that gives massive volume. Can you use the brush dryer consistently? You know, like, is it damaging? I've heard they get very, very hot. So they do get very, very hot. Megan, maybe you can talk about that. Well, I'll have you talk about it in a second.
Okay.
Because you obviously love it. But I have actually thought the same thing. And when I do use that, I do use this thermal protect because it gets up to it protects up to 450 degrees, and a curling iron that I have, which is very hot, is a professional iron, only goes to 430. So I think it would protect against the blow dryer brush, but it does get hot. Yeah. So do you have a is yours Revlon?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Revlon. That's
So
one I have.
mine, yeah, is Revlon. And then as far as brushes, I have loved these. I get these at the supply house, but I think you can get something similar at Sally's. You just want to make sure that it's ceramic or a metal of sorts, because it heats up, and so it helps act almost like a flat iron in a way, if you want to say that. Like it just helps your smoothing process so much more. And excuse the end, my son also broke it today and I don't know where it is. So let me do this real fast. All right. So now in the chat, oh, I didn't even announce this. We are giving away, we are giving away 2 items tonight. I just got too excited about the blow drying itself. We're giving away 2 items, and tonight we're giving away a root lifter. And so my favorite, the root lifter, well, it gives all this volume, which I'm gonna maybe mute myself and blow dry a little bit more. But we're giving away a root lifter, and we're also giving away a blow up cream. And so the way that you will be entered into this giveaway is very, very simple. In the chat, answer this question about what we just talked about. What is your biggest takeaway or most interesting thing you learned just now? So in the chat, there's no wrong answer. If you would like to be entered into the giveaway, this tonight, go ahead and answer that.
Tell us again, what are we answering?
The question on the screen, what is your biggest takeaway or most interesting thing you learned just now about using a blow dryer round brush for smooth or for flat straight hair? While you answer that, I'm just going to finish. All right, opposite way is so important. Use a ceramic brush, my favorite round brush. Oh, Olivia got it. It's gold in the brand. All right, fantastic. So like I said, we will be continuing this giveaway. Continuing. I was going to say continually. All right, now Megan, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Just real quick, if anybody look at your chat, and if it says next, like on top of where you're typing, if it says you're talking to someone privately, we won't be able to see your message and you won't be able to be entered.
Oh yeah. Make sure it's everyone. Thanks, Megan.
You might not know that you're just talking to one person. Make sure it says to everyone, and then don't say anything you don't want everyone to know. All right, so my name is Megan. Covered this. I have real coarse curly hair. I've been brushing it because I washed my hair days ago and I didn't really feel like washing it again because, curly hair, we go forever. At least I do. So what I did is I got this wet, and why it's important is because it's okay. I want you to see, especially if your hair isn't I've been going like this with my round brush as it's been air drying for the past, it's about half an hour since it's been air drying. And so what you have here is it was curly when we started, but just by kind of brushing it out and letting it air dry, you've eliminated a lot of work that you might have to do with a blow dryer and a round brush later. So don't ever start with like sopping wet hair with a round brush and a blow dryer. Just use your, do you want to switch it, Bonnie? I feel like maybe you're still big and I'm small. It might just be easier to see.
Oh, I have you big on my side.
Okay. All right, good. I can't, you're still big on mine. How do I change it?
If you go to the top with the 3 dots, add a pin to yourself and then remove a pin for me.
I just couldn't see. I'm like, how do I see myself? Sorry, a little technology slow over here. Okay, so here's what I use real quick. I use the Super Nourish line from Monate. It is the heaviest, most moisture, most oil, most conditioning line that we have. And I love it because I have naturally really, really dry hair. This half of my hair I've already blow dried and I did flat iron it, and I'll explain. I don't always flat iron my hair, but sometimes I do. And so after I shampoo and condition, I typically use a combination. I literally check the weather and think what I'm going to be doing because that matters a lot with coarse curly hair, because I think our number one thing we're trying to get rid of is frizz. And then you want, not only do you want to get rid of it, but you want to keep it gone even when you walk outside, right? So I use the heaviest moisture because I'm just going to take you on a little science journey. Okay. If you have one hair under a microscope, especially coarse curly dry hair, what it looks like under a microscope is, think of like the bottom half of a palm tree. We like have all these little things sticking out of the side of it. And what happens is, on a molecular level, the moisture in the air, the little bitty H2O molecules in the air get caught on these little, you know, the outside of your cuticle of your hair that's open because it's curly and dry. It gets caught on there. And what happens when the water molecules get caught on the outside of your cuticle? Well, it's kind of like getting your hair a little bit wet. So if you can't slam that cuticle down so it's nice and smooth and closed rather than open, then the water molecules are going to continue to get caught on the outside of your hair, and it's going to continue to act like it got a little bit wet, which we all know is the murder of a good style, is wet. So
especially for curly hair.
oh my gosh, seriously. Like I've had people pay for a blow dry and then it starts pouring and they walk out looking absolutely ridiculous because they do not, it is not worth it.
Everything, yes.
You have like a plastic cap and a hood and a cape. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like everything. Okay, anyway, so prep is important. You don't have to start when your hair is super wet. Please don't ever do that. And then I honestly, every day it changes, but typically I put some sort of leave-in conditioner, some sort of oil, and some sort of heat protector. This is the blowout cream, but there's another one too. If I'm going to be using an iron, I like to use the other one because it has a higher heat.
Is it this one?
Yes, that one. If I know I'm going to be using a flat iron on it, I'll use that instead of the blowout cream. Okay, so you prep, you put that all on when it's wet, not when it's, you know, half dry like this. This might look dry, but it's actually still pretty wet. So this is when I like to get a blow dryer and a round brush after it. And since it's kind of hard to hear me while I'm blow drying, I'll talk a little bit and then maybe you can talk a little bit while I blow dry, Bonnie. But what I like to do is take a section, and I'm probably not going to get through the whole thing because it takes a long time. I won't put you through all of that. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this section and I'm going to, tight. I don't know if you see my muscle, tight, pull it tight on your hair. And then you're just going to put the blow dryer on it. I like to use that little director thing. Here, I'll do it without it on. And I put it on it because the director is there, and it does, like Bonnie was talking about, it'll keep the hairs in rather than blowing them out. You want it nice and smooth. The tension and the heat has to do with this. I talked to someone today in my chair that was she had real frizzy hair, but when we got down to it, it was because she was afraid to use heat. She didn't like blow drying and she wouldn't use a flat iron on her hair. And I finally had to say to her, listen, as the professional, I'm telling you, it's okay, especially actually only when you use a heat protector. But the heat protector makes it okay. You can blow dry and flat iron your hair and it won't make it more frizzy later because you are using good products and a heat protector. Okay, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna show you. Use tension. I have my heat at the very, very highest. I mean, I don't do this every day. I wash my hair like once a week. So. And you see how slow I'm going? I'm still moving the blow dryer up and down, and I'm always pointing it away from my scalp. See? Just go slow. You keep that tension. And as you go, this is heating up the brush. I kind of hold it in my pinky and do the same over and over. I think another mistake people make is they stop halfway. They say, oh my gosh, it's getting frizzy. I must be doing it wrong. No, you just didn't finish. Kind of hard to do this without a mirror.
That's why I had to make myself big too, so I could see what I was doing.
So I'm doing the same thing Bonnie is. It's called over directing when you pull it to the opposite side to get volume, because just because we have frizzy hair doesn't mean we don't want a little bit of lift. And I too, now remember this brush is still warm. So while it's still warm, I like to make like little waves with it. I kind of hold it like this and then kind of twist it.
Oh, I love it. So pretty.
That's my one section. But you notice how small this section is? That is not an exaggeration. Okay. You take this small section and you spend that much time on it, and then you move to the next section and you spend that much time on it, and then you move to the next section. So that is why I like, first of all, I wait till my hair is a lot dry, not just a little, a lot. Like I wait a whole day sometimes. I'll put it in a low bun and let it kind of air dry that way. And then the next day I'll go through this, because then the first half of your hair is kind of smoothed out, and it won't take as much manual labor and tension to get it to look smooth. And then it's just easier the next day. I lost my train of thought. Sorry. But I also like this. You could do it with that. All right. Does anyone have questions? Did I cover everything?
I'm so happy she's my hair. Yeah, I would be happy if Megan was my hairdresser too. I want you to, I was going to say, show us like, cause I know this section, even for me without tight curls, like that front section, I feel like is the hardest. Like my niece has really curly hair, but it was always, as she's growing up, like this lion mane, like right here, like the rest would be kind of smooth curls, but then this would be like poofy. So I feel like that's a place that, I mean, even me, like with my little thing here, show us what you do.
I feel like the front section of your hair is most important. So if you're going to spend time on anything, spend time on the front section. So if you feel uncomfortable with a round brush and a blow dryer, get a regular flat brush and do most of your hair, and then do the front with a round brush and a blow dryer. Because I know that curly hair is a pain and it takes a really long time, and you have to take small sections, and we get tired. Then we start to sweat and we undo all the work we did. Okay, so this,
Yes.
this section, you're going to do the opposite. Instead of putting the blow dryer on this side, you are going to keep the brush here and put the blow dryer on this side. You're going to follow. And what that's going to do is it's going to push all these little hairs back. And then when you come back the other way, it's going to marry the little hairs with the big hairs. Ready for the magic?
I'm excited about this. I don't have curly hair, so this is like not what I do.
This. And then you kind of blow dry it like you normally would. like a quick hairdresser move, but if you can master the pinky grab,
Yes.
it's golden. I'll just show you one more time. What you're going to do is you're going to do the opposite. You're going to follow this with your blow dryer like this. And yeah, and I like to, if you have naturally curly hair, a big brush like this will create little waves for you if you let it.
Look at that. Look at that. We have, I know that Megan says she tries to not get volume because she has so much. But to me, I'm like, that's like the perfect hair. No, like it has volume, but it's smooth and it's not fuzzy.
Yeah. Yep. It really does. I will just one more little plug. I promise I don't sell Dyson hair dryers, but if you have really, really difficult hair to blow dry, listen, man, there's no comparison. So your tools matter. This is
Yeah.
but this is an Olivia Garden brush. I like it because when you're trying to get tension, I don't know if you can get the camera this close. Can you see that each little...
Hold on a second. Okay, go ahead.
Can you see that each little bristle is actually like zigzaggy?
Mm-hmm.
So what that does is it doesn't slip right through your hair. It grips it just enough so you can get that tension I'm talking about. Because if I were to do this same motions that I just taught you, just kind of like this, it would look bad. It wouldn't work. So you have to have something that can kind of grab it. And so that's why I like this brand brush in particular. It's called Olivia Garden. It's in the chat. So
love it. I also want to just concur that with curly hair, I mean, I don't have curly hair, but I have a lot of people in my 16 years of experience that have had curly hair. One lady, it literally took me an hour and a half to dry her hair every time. She had the most massive hair ever, but it is doable to get your hair smooth. I would challenge this even to the curliest of people if you take the tiniest sections. And that's what it is with curly hair. I mean,
and you're trying to say without a flat iron, right?
Without a flat iron. Yeah. Like you might have to I'm not saying you shouldn't use a flat iron, but I just know, and Megan has seen this too, like there are so many people that maybe let their hair air dry and then they take a flat iron and it's curly, it's really tight curls, and just like grilled cheese it like all the way down, and it just is frying the heck out of your hair when you don't need to do that.
Yes, if I'm being totally honest, I rarely go through my whole head and use a round brush and a blow dryer because you do have to take such tiny sections. So here's the cheat. You get any brush, okay? I mean, at least for my level of curly hair. You saw in the picture how curly it is when it's curly. It's pretty curly, but it's not, little bitty pencil curly. What I do is with kind of medium wet hair, I take a flat brush and I follow it with my blow dryer like this until it's dry, and then I use a curling iron because that is way faster and way easier for me. With a round brush, you do get better volume, and I do like to use a round brush always on this front section to kind of get this smooth swoopy thing going on. But
and I feel like you can get closer, like, because I'll use this brush on my ends, like if I'm just trying to get it dry and smooth, I'll use this. But I feel like even with the curly, like especially for me trying to get volume up here, I'm not going to use this because it's going to just be like it's going to be flat. Like it's not going to get that roundness. And I feel like with that tiny thin or piece like in here, even with the curly hair, you're not going to get it smooth without that. Like you just like a round brush. Where's my round brush? It's like an infinity edge. Whereas this is not like it doesn't keep going like this. I could literally spin and it keeps going. So it catches all those little pieces. But yeah, what Megan is saying is true. Like if you've got massively thick hair, even with extensions, like you're just drying through it. But if you're trying to get it smooth without a flat iron, you're going to have to take sections.
You're going to have to take sections and you will not regret it. This blow dry will last me a long time. It already has. I think I washed my hair Friday last week.
Oh,
and I
wow.
wasn't prepared to wash it tonight. So I just got one side wet.
I love it. I love it. I like that. Curly hair is my dream hair. So, all right. Next question. Smoothness for coarse curly hair. What is your biggest takeaway? So if you're commenting in the chat, that's how you're getting entered. We have somebody other than me and Megan that is choosing. So this is a non-biased opinion. Make sure you're commenting. If you have a screen name that's not your name, like if you are iPad or iPhone or, whatever it is, add your name so that we know who you are. Yes, let it dry like a lot. Yes. If oh, go ahead. Use the right products and allow hair to dry some before styling. Yes. Has potential to get water molecules stuck. Yeah, I love that too. The biggest takeaway with the molecules. Let air dry a long time. Yes. Oh, Jamie. Yes. BH. Whenever I see BH, it is my maiden name initials.
Oh, right.
I used to be Bonnie Hover. And so I'm like, BH. Tools matter. Yes, tools do matter. All right, just want to make sure. I agree. The molecules and let it dry. And small section assess your hair reacts to water. Yes. These are all good. I will say, because I don't have curly hair, like I know that curly hair, coarse hair, gets really frizzy in humid weather, but it makes sense. What Megan is saying, if you're not a learner, you need to change your mindset, I think, because like learning always gives you new things. Like I didn't know that before. I didn't think about it. Like I knew about coarse hair getting fuzzy, but it makes sense with that humidness. All right. It looks like everybody has answered. So something I want to share, of course, is Megan and I are Monet exclusive for a reason. We really, truly believe in these products and the products that we've shared. And many of you have tried Monet in this group chat. Many of you are already VIPs or market partners, and you know why we love it. If you haven't, I'm just going to explain very, very quickly the ways to purchase. And if somebody invited you, most likely they also distribute Monet or use Monet. So you can ask them and they can help you if you are interested in purchasing these products, because they're amazing. One thing, they all have a 30-day money back guarantee. And I always tell people that, and I'm sure Megan would too, or even Shelly, like anybody that buys from me, through me, whatever, I'm like, there's a 30-day money back guarantee, but I'll buy it back because I'm going to use it. So I'll get you what you want. So I feel like all three of us for sure would say that. Anyways, there's straight retail price. So no perks. It's like going into Walmart without a coupon, only not Walmart for products. Side note, whether you use Monet or Bedhead or anything else, never, ever, ever purchase outside of a salon. Ever. Like Amazon or even inside Walmart, they have Bedhead, Big Sexy, any of those products. Walk yourself over to the salon and buy it, because those products are not guaranteed by any major companies if it's not sold by a person in a salon. Yeah. So, and the same for Monet, like it could be discontinued, expired. Anyways, that's a little side information. So straight retail price, it's no perks. You pay shipping, you pay full price. There's no membership. You get what you get. You get amazing products, you pay full price. The VIP program is what I like to say is customer rewards. Like you win every single time. You get lots of deals. There's birthday gifts. There's access to flash sales. Like I actually did not plan this. I have all these bags here. All of these grab bags that are worth $200 that I paid $25 for. So anyways, You get access to flash sales like that. There's flex ships, which is not auto ship. A flex ship, you can move it around. It doesn't ship automatically if you don't want it to, etc. You get free items and more. And there is a $19.99 one-time lifetime membership fee, which you save in your first order. And then a market partner is what Megan and I are. Shelly is too. And I saw some other people in here that are. And it's how you make money. You can make money. It's flexible income. You can earn free trips. Right now, there are 2 trips that are going on with a trip to Florida with our team to qualify, and then also Punta Cana. So that one's in October. So amazing things to do your job. And then flexible work schedule around your schedule. Obviously an amazing community. We love giving back in money in general. And then there's no quotas, there's no requirements, and you have the most savings with that. So those are the 3 ways. If you're interested, you can reach out to the person that invited you if you haven't. So this is the time for Q&A. If there is a question that you have and we haven't answered, please ask it again. I want to make sure. Yeah, Monate trips are unreal. I'm looking at the question or the chat box now. I am excited about my first one soon.
I know, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Asked me if I would do a curly hair updo tutorial, and I am not going to make any promises, but I'm going to say we're going to do more tutorials.
Yes, and I know that there's
a question, but you have a thing you want us to cover. You can put that in the comments too.
Yeah, any suggestions on tutorials? We did one with curling. We may do it again. We've talked about a waiver. I've talked about braiding. A lot of people would like to know braids. The curly updo tutorial, like would you do it with a curling iron curls or your curly hair curls?
I was thinking curly hair curls because the person that asked me has real curly hair.
I love it. So, well, I think I've asked this over it right. Oh, Jessica, thank you for asking this. This is actually a fantastic question. So the root lifter, I've been doing hair for 16 years. The quick answer is no, it doesn't leave the hair greasy. The long answer is that I have used so many root lifters in my life because I'm always trying to get volume for my greasy hair. So one thing that Monate does, and I noticed this around the 3-month mark of being Monate exclusive, is that it balances your pH out on your scalp. And that helps you to be less greasy. And then this product is not, it does not leave a greasy feeling at all. Sometimes if I'm going several days in between, I will use a dry shampoo, but no, the root lifter doesn't. What do you think, Megan?
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't think that it makes it greasy at all. I think that the root lifter is one of the products I can't keep on the shelf. The root lifter, the mousse, the hair.
Yeah.
Those are products I cannot keep in the salon.
I just got the mousse because I had heard such fantastic things and I like it so far. Yeah. Something too, Jessica, this is not what you asked, but I am going to share because I cannot stop talking about it. I made a tutorial about it last night. Is the Rejuvenate oil. It's an oil treatment. Because I've been using the Monate products, because I've been doing oil treatments, my scalp's pH is actually more balanced and it is less oily. I had heard that this could happen. I wasn't really looking for it because I've had greasy hair all my life, but it was literally around the 3-month mark. I was like, I just bought a ton of dry shampoo and I'm not really even using it anymore. So
awesome. I love hearing that.
Yes. All right. So we have a giveaway. Yay. All right, Shelly. Let's see. Oh, I just gave away who's telling us who the giveaway is. All right. So for the root lifter, go ahead and either message us or say it out loud.
I'll just say it out loud. So I used the wheel of names just so you guys know that's how I did it. All of the comments were amazing. It was awesome. So the very first one, the winner was Amber.
Yeah,
Amber. Congratulations. You're getting, well, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see which one's better for you, root lifter or blowout cream.
Yes, I'm going to say if it's the Amber that I know, this is going to be your favorite thing. So
I think she's the only Amber on here. So
okay.
Amber Hensky.
Oh yeah, Amber, yay! Amber just became a VIP not too long ago. Amber, this is going to be your best friend. We have very similar hair, so.
Yay, congrats. All right, we ready for the second one?
Yes.
All right. The second winner for the blowout cream, correct, is Cindy. Congrats, Cindy.
Congratulations, Cindy. And whoever invited you messaged those people. Obviously, I know Amber and maybe I know Cindy, but it's hard to know without seeing faces. And I had the blowout cream here a second ago. Now I feel like it's gone. I don't know where it is. Anyways, I was going to hold it up and show you what you won. But congratulations, ladies. We are so excited to always share this stuff with you. Thank you for joining us. We will be sharing more tutorials. I do want to share this with you because you came to this tutorial, and if you have purchased or not purchased, if you purchase from Monate by Sunday evening, you will receive a $20 rebate. So contact the person that invited you if you're interested in the products we talked about. If you're interested in products specific to your hair, let us know. And we are happy to help. And again, let us know if there are other things you would like. So Cindy, make sure you buy. Okay. I'm just making sure I looked in here. I saw more comments. All right. Thank you, ladies. Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you all soon.
Thanks, Bonnie.